In this Nerd Bytes episode, we are going to be talking about incident preferences in alerts. You can see here that I have my alerts view open, and we're going to be talking about the different conditions that we have here, the different notifications that we have here, but most specifically, we'll be talking about the incident preferences and what those settings mean. This episode does assume that you have a rudimentary knowledge of New Relic alerts, so if you don't and you want to get there first, then check out some of the resources in the description and then come back to this video. Okay, let's jump in. What we can see is that our incident preference up here is set to by policy. What that means is that if any of these individual conditions here breach their thresholds and go into an alerting state, they can open up a new incident. That incident is what is going to send a new notification. But if that incident is already open and one of these other conditions breach its threshold, it cannot create its own incident. Our incident rollup strategy is by policy. We can only have one open incident per policy. This entire page here being a single policy. So if we want to get multiple notifications for each incident that comes out of here, we need to change our incident preference policy so that each individual condition can open its own incident. With those open incidents, they can create new notifications. So we can come up here and we can change to by condition. Now, if we imagine a hypothetical scenario where our central condition here, synthetics monitor fails, if that monitor fails, and it generates an incident, it will send a notification. If 10 minutes later, that incident is still open, and then this browser application metric end user apdex being low condition breaches its threshold, with an incident preference setting of by condition, then we'll get two different incidents here. We'll get one for the central condition here, and we'll get one for the lower condition down here, this browser metric. So now we'll have two notifications sent. And they're going to that one notification channel that is configured here. There's one more setting here, which is by condition and entity. Right now, if we look at each of the conditions that we have here, so we have the APM browser metric, that is looking at the MySite Ryan test. That is my browser application name, so that's a single entity. The synthetics monitor failed is looking at a single entity. This monitor is just called name. But this top condition here, this NRQL query, this is looking at data that we are querying in. But as you can see, it is faceting here by monitor name. So it is grouping up into monitor name. If we had, for example, 10 different monitor names, that could be 10 different entities. If we wanted a new notification for each time any single one of those entities breached the threshold that has been configured here, then by going to by condition and entity, we can allow for that. Obviously, in this case, this central condition here will only open one incident for name. The lower condition here will open one incident for this MySite Ryan test, since these are only focused on one particular entity. But now with this incident preference setting, if we did have 10 different synthetics monitors here with different monitor names, we could get a total of 10 different incidents open from that particular condition, and therefore 10 sets of notifications. I hope this was helpful for you. If you want to learn more, check out the resources in the description below, and thank you for watching.